Hey guys, this is KSA here in the morning here, Thursday morning, May 3rd, 2018 here in Baltimore, Maryland, just north of DC, your capital of crime. And looking out again today, we have sun and it's warm. Right now it seems like it's in the upper 70s to about 80 degrees here already. Looking like it's going to get up to about 88 degrees here today in Baltimore, Maryland. Sun projector is out in full force. Right now we have no aerials showing in the sky. Track is not exposed at this point. We'll have to watch and keep our eye on it and see how these clouds just show up out of nowhere. And we already have the carts up there on the tracks themselves. Now, I had another sort of breakthrough last night. Was looking at the track system, and I had a clear shot of both sides of the track, and the projector was actually sliding across the track. Now, I could see the sun projector moving straight across the track on both sides, so it's set down on both sides. The cables obviously are pulling this thing on the wheels, on the actual track itself, so there's a cable under the track, and it pulls and it connects. It just clips and connects onto it. Now, I saw it moving straight ahead, on the coming straight at us out from the center of the earth as it started to spiral. And I noticed that they were clouding up the track in front of it. Now, we want to know why they're doing it. Why in the world are they even throwing the chem? What is that stuff anyway? What is the crap that they're putting around the track up there that makes it look like a chemtrail? Well, it looks to be part of the system that creates the friction on the actual track itself. There is a substance that they're using. Now, I don't know if that's helping the projector slide across the track. I don't know if they're using it for some kind of electrostatic energy. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if they're using it as a charge. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're using it just like a electric streetcar museum, as the electricity and the kinetic energy stays in motion. You know what I'm saying? Once you get into motion, you stay into motion until you stop it, right? Forcibly stop it. Maybe they're actually, greasing up the tracks. Maybe there's a part of that substance that's creating a friction situation, and maybe the electric static charge is helping it move along the track. Now, that's just one thing I threw out there, because I could see them actually, looks like they were lubing the track ahead of time, so when the projector itself runs across it, maybe it slides across it. I don't know what the heck that stuff is. We still don't know what it is, but we do know this. It's not chemtrails, okay? We don't know exactly what's in it. We'll say it's chemtrails, but we won't, because there is no planes up there. They're just using carts on the track. So we're not flying planes and dropping chems out of the planes in a straight line. That line is so straight, if you haven't looked at it. It's on a track. Now, what are they doing to the track? Are they lubricating the track? Are they frictionizing the track? Are they electrostatically functioning, getting the track functionable for the sled? Either way, something's going on. They're working in tandem there, it looks like, okay? So we're going to keep our eye on that, but we do know the chemtrails are not coming from planes. We do know they're coming from carts. And we also know now that the track is being covered with something, and it's possible it could be for the use of it, or for the actual resistance of the actual sled itself as it slides, as it's pulled across. Maybe they're greasing the track. Maybe it's some kind of chemical that works alongside the electrostatic energy. We don't know that yet, but from what we can ponder, it's definitely a poison that's coming out of the sky. And as a matter of fact, it's barium, strontium. You got all kinds of aluminum. Parts per million of aluminum are so accentuated that it's unbelievable how that people are still alive today. They're giving you 39,000 parts per million. And if you know anything about breaking down decimals and stuff like that, that's a shitload. That is such a concentrated level of aluminum that it's ridiculous. Nothing should be able to live in that atmosphere. And I'm telling you right now, nothing is functioning in this atmosphere, so they're right on cue with this shit. I don't know what this stuff is up there, but I can tell you this, it's not being produced by chemtrail planes. It's already up there. It's already on the track, and the track, it looks like it's being predisposed or pre-lubricated or something. Something's going on with those chemicals up there, guys. We're keeping our eye on it. We do know there's no planes up there. They're just fake hologram carts, and they have a projector on them. And I assume that they probably don't even need pilots to drive these things, I'm assuming. Why would they if they have a control center for everything? Now, I want to talk about something here locally, and someone sent me an email yesterday, and I want to make sure I get it right. Okay, here we go. Mr. DMV sent me an email yesterday. Wanted me to know about this. Today, there's an incident, an exercise, a casualty exercise, a mass casualty exercise of May 3rd, 2018 in the Rockville campus at Montgomery College, guys, down there by D.C., your capital of crime. So we got something down there in the capital. What MC? Here it is. Montgomery College's Rockville campus is participating in a multi-county mass casualty incident exercise and lockdown drill, including an active shooter scenario. Be careful over there. Remember, we talked about it. I even showed you the fake drill and the fake situation that happened in Frederick about 2 months ago in Frederick, Maryland, over at the hospital. Remember that? I think you guys remember that. I was telling you about this is a fake drill, blah, blah, blah. This happened two months ago over there in Frederick. They're not far from Frederick. So, guys, keep your eye. What's going on out there is they're practicing because there's a FEMA camp they just built out there in Frederick, in Fort Detrick. The reason why they're doing all this is because they're getting ready. We know they don't spend money for nothing. We know that. We thought that we say they do, but in reality and in retrospect, their agenda is really important to them. So to us, we don't understand why they're spending it because we don't know about the agenda. If you do know about the agenda, then you get where the money's going. You don't worry about that. When is this happening? Today, Thursday, May 3rd, 2018, approximately 9 a.m. to noon. It's already started. Some emergency vehicles and emergency personnel may remain on campus until approximately 2 p.m. The date of the exercise was chosen by government emergencies management authorities. That's important, what they just said in the back part of that, the latter. It says, in this sentence, some emergency vehicles and emergency personnel may remain on campus until approximately 2 p.m. What does that mean? That means when everybody goes home, these cats are still going to be there, and this could be a live drill today. That's what that means. Rockville campus, the exercise will be confined to a portion of parking lot 11 and a small portion of the parking lot 12. I saw this already. It's in the Performing Arts Center parking lot, the biggest parking lot, where the front entrance is. It's the Perilla Performing Arts Center. Click on the map below, and I looked at it. I already saw it. It's happening right there in front of the actual gym that they use for, I guess, for basketball and stuff like that. So what is it for? Why are they doing it? This is what they say. All right, I'm going to give you their answer. They just put out a bulletin that says what, when, where, and why. Why? Enhance safety and security at Montgomery College. The exercise will test the college's preparedness and test for emergency systems on the Rockville campus. If that was the case, then everybody would be doing it today. We'd all be doing it at one time if that were the case. This is bullshit. All right, don't give me that why. This is why I didn't even want to read the why part. Again, I'll read it. Enhance safety. They're going to enhance the safety and security at MC, but this is a mass casualty incident exercise. Mass casualty is the same as Montgomery College, isn't it? MC. Yeah, it is. Guys, I would be careful down there today. All right, when you leave that place after you do your duty, or after you do what you think you're doing, your practice drill, the people that are in connection may stay around and stick around and have this thing actually take off into an active shooter scenario. It says it right here. It says a lockdown drill including an active shooter scenario. This is for mass casualty incidents. What the heck's going on? Why are they just doing it in one spot? If it was for mass casualty and we're all training, we all need to be in on it, right? We all need to be practiced on this, right? Why not? Why would you do it just for one person? Why would you do it just for a certain section? I'll tell you why, because those bastards are the ones that are going to work that day, and they're going to get prepared, and they're doing it right now. All these fake-ass psyops that you see that go off on these live drills are nothing more, again, than fake psyops getting ready. It's one, it prepares these people. Two, it gives the public, and it gives the skanks a gauge where the public is on these type of things. So when I pull off a PSYOP, I sit back and I give you all the bullshit, and then I just sit there and watch the reaction. And that reaction is important because the reaction is a product of what the next PSYOP is going to be. That's how that works. So we have ourselves an active shooter drill, okay, down in Montgomery College near DC here in the Rockville campus. And again, it started at 9 a.m. and it's going to noon. But the thing is, they said they will remain on campus until 2 p.m. Why? Why would they say that? Why would they say, first of all, 9 a.m. to noon? What's noon? 12? So you have 9 and you have a 1 and a 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. 9 3s or 3 9s is 3 6s upside down. There's some information right there. All right, the exercise will be confined to a portion of lot 11 and lot 12. What do you have there? You have an 11 and a 12. That's a 311. Okay, got me? Directly in front of and including Pearl Performing Arts Center. Click on the map below, and I saw that and I showed it to you. Well, I don't show you the map, but trust me, it's right in front of called the Perilla Performing Arts Center. That would be the PPAC, but they call it the PAC. Okay. Click on the map below, but we already looked at it. So, thank you, Mr. DMV, for letting us know there's a drill today which could go live. Bing, bing, bang. And guess what? We already said that they had one at the hospital in Frederick 2 months ago. I already showed it. And I knew something was important about that because they keep doing these things over there by Fort Detrick, so they're getting prepared. What's up? What are they preparing for? Well, it says here, mass casualty incident. Do you think they're doing this for no reason? Well, I don't. I know better. You might think so, but if you're watching this and you've been watching how this thing's unfold and how they do this every day, okay, every week they've been doing this shit for the last 6 years, you can see a pattern. You can see there's actors. You can see that the same actors were in different events. I can see that people are starting to wake up. I can see that other people are starting to see that this is crazy. Even the people that were following the mainstream are starting to say, wait a minute. It's just becoming insensible, nonsensible. It doesn't make any sense anymore. What the reasoning they're giving us is not making sense. Because if we're going to do this in a mass way, why aren't we doing it in a mass exercise? Why don't all of them do it? Why don't we all, at least one in each how about one in each county? If you don't want to do it, I can understand you can't have all your emergency personnel at once because in case something happens, you need them. I understand that. But doing it in one spot all the time is bullshit. Okay? Doing it, it's wasting money. Okay, it's wasting money again. Why? There it is, wasting money when we could be training lots of people. You think this is the only people that need to be prepared for this? No, everybody does. I'm not buying any of it, guys. Be careful up there at Montgomery College. And I'm not kidding. It's 10:30. This exercise ends at noon, and they'll be there until 2 p.m., and they made a point to say that, okay? So it ends at noon, and it says, it's very important. Well, they didn't have to put this, guys. Some emergency vehicles and emergency personnel may remain on campus until approximately 2 p.m. So 2 more hours afterwards. I would not bet that they would not go live with a fake drill here after the people left, the ones that weren't in on it. So what do? We have our incident. We have our exercise, our legitimate exercise with legitimate innocent people, legitimate. And then when that thing ends, all of a sudden, we have an incident. And where did people come from? They just showed up, didn't they? They were either in the original PSYOP and stayed over, or they just showed up afterwards. Either way, I can guarantee, if it happens there today, this is exactly what they were doing and why it happened. So take it for what it is, guys. You need to be prepared at Montgomery College, and if you know anybody that's listening, please let them know. All right. So, with that being said, let's get a time check here real quick. All right, we're looking good here. Let's jump over to this. We have something in California coming up here today. I'm on remnantofgod.org, and it says, this California State Assembly bill would ban the Bible. Listen to this. Are you kidding? California is like the testing ground for the skankazoids, isn't it? Like everything starts there and moves across the country. Why? Because that place is whacked. That place is so freely opened up to anything, it's just ridiculous. They're not focused out there. They're not at all. I can tell you right now, there might be some people out there, but for the most part, those legislations and everything out there are so screwed up that they're just set in motion to be just absolute. None of it makes any sense. None of it. The stuff that starts over there in California has to be done for a reason. Jesus stated in Luke 17:26-27, and as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. They did eat, they drank, they married wives, they were given in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. And when they say destroyed them all, in Luke it says they destroyed them all, but in Matthew 24 it says they took one and left one behind. Right? You take the two girls in the field. You take one and then you leave the other behind. Now, a lot of movies were talking about that, right? But that has nothing to do with it. When we talk about where they were taken, like one was taken away, right? And the other was left behind. Who are the ones left behind? Who are the ones taken away? It's really the opposite of the movie Left Behind, which wants you to believe Matthew 24 is stating, okay, that the people left behind are what? Are the unbelievers, but that's not true. The people taken away. The people taken away were not just taken away, but they were taken away in destruction and destroyed them all. So you see, in that movie, it's the opposite. It's the wheat and the chaff. It's the believers and the unbelievers. It's the switching the tables. Again, the doctrines have been screwed up. The movie is trying to instill in you that those people left behind are the bad people. No, the people left behind are the kingdom of heaven, the ones that entered the kingdom of heaven. The ones that got wiped away and destroyed were the ones that went into the unquenchable fire. It's the opposite of what everyone says. And of course, Jesus goes on from there to share it. It will be as it was in Lot's day as well, when the fire and brimstone fell from the sky that destroyed all that embrace homosexuality. And yes, the reason Jesus repeats himself in Luke 17:27 regarding them marrying wives and then being given a marriage has to do with normal marriage, wherein a man marries a woman to be his wife, and then homosexual marriage, wherein same-sex marriage was allowed in Noah's day. As I stated in previous videos, global homosexual marriage was the final sinful act of the people that brought on the flood of Noah. Now you want to hide that? That is important to think about. Hence, they use the rainbow to this day to mock the Lord that sent the flood. I told you this, the mocking of the rainbow. Why do they use it? Because it happened during the flood. It was the promise that God gave Noah. Remember the rainbow? They mocked it. They turned it around. They flipped it. California's planning to ban the Bible, guys, because the truth it contains about homosexuality is offending those that embrace such sinfulness. And I'm so sorry for you guys that sin has got you down, has got you screwed up, has got you unfocused. Okay? But know this. You're still saved under the grace period. You still have time to get out of this, and you still have time to ask God for forgiveness. Even if you don't want to do that, you're still a child of God. All right? You have a sin, but that does not mean you're going to take that with you into the next life. That doesn't mean anything. We don't know what's going to happen that way. Don't give up on yourself. And I'm talking to all you people. Anyone who's a homosexual or anything in that nature, transgender, anything. If you're a believer in God and your life is screwed up, then get back to God. Maybe it'll stop. Maybe it won't. Okay? But still, you need to focus on God no matter what your life takes a turn for. Okay? This could be what you were supposed to be doing. You don't know that. But don't change yourself. Okay? Change your spirit and your mindset. Don't worry about the body. Worry about the soul. Right? Now, are they going to ban the Bible? I don't know. I don't think they're going to ban the Bible. This is just a bunch of propaganda to mess with people, I guess, to get people fired up about protecting the homosexuals. So, what do we do? What can we do? I mean, we don't. It's not our job to judge anyone. I don't care what you say. You can judge. Don't judge homosexuality. Don't judge it. Don't tell people that you're going to hell. Don't tell people ever. Don't take God's words and His position and tell people something. You don't need to do that. Okay? You need to just understand to love one another, treat each other the way Christ would treat you, and that's all you do in this world, and focus on your salvation. You don't need to beat up on people because they're different. These are sins that we get sucked into because they were created in front of us through laws and transgression of laws. Let's get to Matthew 24, because this thing is really setting some people up here. It's really going off. And Jesus went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him and shewed him to the buildings of the temples. And Jesus said unto them, See ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat on the Mount of Olives, the disciple, now this is not the Sermon on the Mount, this is another one. This is a second Sermon on the Mount. The one Sermon on the Mount in Matthew 5, 6, and 7, okay, doesn't actually give you a mountain name. So we don't have the actual name of the mountain. So if you're going to tell me what the name of the mountain is and you have proof, then I don't know where you got it. So, I mean, it doesn't tell you anywhere. It just tells you the Sermon on the Mount. But this is a second one. And he sat upon the Mount of Olives. The disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, then shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? So he wants to know what the signs are. And they're talking to who? The Israelites, guys, not us. The Israelites. And Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, pestilences, earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you. And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Guys, you're going to be asked to defend the name of your Creator. Are you going to deny Him? Or will you accept your fate? I'm here to tell you, you don't have to do that, guys. You can accept Jesus Christ today, and you do not have to sit there and go through this. We just told you that they will be destroyed in Matthew. I mean, I thought it was Ephesians, Colossians. I'm not really sure. We just told you that they're going to destroy them all. Luke. The same passage is saying here that that they will be taken away, and I'll read that in a second. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. When ye therefore shall see abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, standing in the holy place, whose readeth, let him understand. Remember the Antichrist standing in the temple? Remember that? Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Let him which is in the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. So he's warning you. That's a warning. And woe unto them that are with child, and then the gave suck in those days. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. For then shall the great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. This is going to be different, okay? Not like the flood. Then if any man say unto you, Lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not. For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall shew great signs and wonders. Insomuch that, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. I would say they get further than deceiving the very elect. I would say they're instilled inside of them, right? They got way more than their distraction. They have taken in the demon inside of them. Behold, I have told you before, wherefore, if they shall unto you, behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chambers, believe it not. For as the lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For wheresoever the carcass is, there will be the eagles be gathered together. So where are they? That's pointing to the death of people, isn't it? Where are the people going? The ones that get taken away? They're going to be destroyed, all of them. Who are the ones that are left behind? Not the ones that the movie tells you about. The ones left behind are the ones that are gathered up. It's the good, the fruit that bears fruit, that goes into the kingdom of heaven with Jesus. All right, so we have a misinterpretation there, guys. there is a misinterpretation there. Let's get back. We're going to go get some music right here. This is KSA in the morning, 10:05 a.m. here in Baltimore, Maryland. Sanctuary is live with the squirrels, the cardinals, the blue jays. We got starlings. We've got finches. We've got rabbits. We've got red foxes out here. Not today, but they were out here. And that's it so far. And it's very quiet out here today. It's really warm out. And it's like 40 degrees more than it was yesterday. And it's really weird how the temperature drop is increasing instead of 20, right? At night, it wasn't even doing it at 20. Now it's doing it at 30 and 40 degree differences. Damn. Without the humidity level, which we have a lot here, that temperature is dropping like crazy. So it just tells you that there's something's artificial, guys. It's just not the same. Just not the same, guys. Not at all. All right, guys. We'll be right back right after this.
You make my worlds collide. You make my life complete. You let them see me fly. You make my life complete. You let them see me fly. It's you.